I was at a loss for words then. I still am because I can't believe it still.
Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you, but my car is stuck in the snow. Is there any way you can help me?
One more girl goes missing, and the suspect is still on loose. Police are advising not to travel in that route.
I'm an actor by accident. I'm a producer by accident. Nothing was planned, as most things in my life aren't.
This is a weird place. Urgent ga ikkadi nunchi bayatiki vellipovali. Aba! Edva flag.
It's a fantastic question. It's a fascinating question. A question that I've pondered over and over and over for the last, I would like to say 21 years now. నా వల్ల గతం మర్చిపోయి నా ఇంటికి వచ్చారు.
You were penning the butt for many, so I think you are getting it back correct.
యాక్సిడెంట్. నువ్వు బ్రతకడమే కష్టమన్నారు.
నేను అతన్ని కలవాలి.
Nothing I've done is possible without my wife.
ఎక్కడన్నా చూసినట్టు అనిపిస్తుందా?
Making a film is a war.
Welcome to the GenG talk show. Our guest today is a producer, an actor in an award-winning movie Gatham. He is a techie working in one of the most coveted IT companies in the world, and above all, he is my friend and my batchmate. Please welcome Bhargava Poludasu.
బాగా అలిసిపోయారు. వెళ్ళి రెస్ట్ తీసుకోండి.
So Bhargav, welcome. It's sounds and looks so weird. We played cricket for the university maybe 20 years, 23 years back, and today I'm interviewing you as the lead actor in Gatham and the producer. So first to start with, everybody wants to know. They saw the trailer of Gatham just now. So how did this happen? You were a techie, and then from there, how did Gatham happen?
By chance. I mean, totally by chance. I'm an actor by accident. I'm a producer by accident. Nothing was planned, as most things in my life aren't, right? So as you said, as you mentioned cricket, I have a team in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. I played there for 11 years almost. So suddenly in 2015, a guy who was playing for me in my team on a weekend, right, sent a WhatsApp message saying, "Hey guys, this is my latest short film. Do have a watch? Share it, blah blah blah. How it goes when a guy makes a short film." And I saw it, and I was amazed by the quality. And I think you remember, I used to do drama and mono acting and mime and all. I was into all kinds of cultural activities, and acting was a very good. I really loved acting when I was in college, as you already know. So I told him, "Boss, give me one chance," and in jest, of course. Right? I don't know what his plans were or not, but one thing led to another. It's very hard to find good actors in America as well. So we kind of formed a team. So very quickly we started, bonding, and then we made our first short film, which was a comedy, and the second short film, which we made, Winter to Remember. The name is Winter to Remember. It was on YouTube. We took it down, but Winter to Remember really got many awards, and that led us to believe that okay, we might graduate to the next level. And that story, the story for Winter to Remember, is what Gatham is morphed into a feature story, basically.
Okay.
A 28-minute short film was morphed to 1 hour 40 minutes story. So that's how Gatham happened. And so we started, and that's how the genesis of Gatham was in our short films.
Okay, it was really a surprise when you sent us that link, and then we went to Prime, Amazon Prime, and watched the entire movie. Wonderful one. I'm really looking forward to your next one. I won't get the suspense. I will ask you what next. But before that, how was your Goa thing? You came to Goa not for party, but to get an award. How was that experience there?
Um, I'm at a I was at a loss for words then. I still am because I can't believe it still. Um, uh, International Film Festival of India. Uh, it's the biggest film festival by government of India. It happens in Goa every year. They select about 21 movies from all over India and international. Okay, and our movie to be featured in that, just no words. I mean, I think we're lucky. I don't know. I don't know. It's just it happened. I don't once in a blue moon shot, and we hit it. So it just that's how rare it is. Because if you look at it in Telugu, the last film to be selected in those 21 movies was in 2014.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 6-year gap. There was no Telugu film in between. Now there were three other films, which one you won't know, but Bahubali 1 and 2 were the commercial entries. They also didn't make it in the 21 movies.
Wow. Okay.
No, I'm not making any comparisons. It's just it happened that way. But yeah, we got the Panorama Award, which is a huge honor for the Gatham team. And I went in as the producer to accept the award, and it was just fascinating, just to be mentioned with these big names, and it's a dream come true. It's a dream that I never dreamed, and it came true. Let me put it that way.
So, because I know you, the viewers might be thinking such a wonderful journey. Your first film, it hit as it was once in a blue moon, and you hit that. But because I know you for long, the journey is not always has been so pink, right? There has been ups and downs from the days we are there. So, as you told, in life, nothing is planned. It just happens, right? Sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days. You have seen both, I know. So, if it is okay with you, can you tell me how did you pass through those days when it was not so rosy as you are telling now? Probably now again you will have some tough times during the next movie. That's all part of life. But from your previous experience, because you have gone through this trough and the valley and others, how was it the experience and how did you go through?
By nature, by my nature, I'm a little optimistic. Not little, I'm quite optimistic. You know me. But there'll be times when things seem hopeless and all. And if I've learned anything in my life, the experience I got through making Gatham just solidified all my previous beliefs in life, right? And I'll just give you an example from Gatham, or a few examples. Gatham should have stopped 30 different times. The film should never have been completed. That's how many obstacles we had. And when we hit those obstacles, the mantra that I made my team follow was one step at a time. Don't try to look for the end goal, right? What is your next step? Just do it. Then take the next step. Then the next step. Lo behold, you will find the end of the tunnel. And that's what happened to us in Gatham. And I think that's what I learned in my experience when I had my lows, if you will. Just trust, stay the course, keep doing what you're doing with consistency and persistency. I think that's the mantra I would like to, whoever's listening to this podcast, right, to this interview, that's what I would like to say to them.
So, as you told, be optimistic and one step at a time. As in cricket, we used to say, play over by over. Don't look at the last 50 overs, right? So one over.
Ball by ball. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So this brings me to the another interesting part of it. So currently, you are also part of corporate. You know how the culture is, and you know the colleagues and others. So there are many who crib. Okay, so they are in their job and probably they're earning good, but they're cribbing. I'm not getting time family, I'm not getting time for this. So why does this actually happen? Because now we are still in corporate, but you have seen after that also, probably. So is it that they are not sure about their goal and hence they don't know what they're doing, or is it that they have not planned their things well? Why is it so? Because I'm also a bit surprised by these guys.
So I think the main it's a fantastic question. It's a fascinating question. A question that I've pondered over and over and over for the last, I would like to say 21 years now, right? And back in ISM, you know how, you know me as a student, right? You know me as a student. I was not very successful as a student. It's an understatement of the, it's quite an understatement. But at that point in time, my dad's friend visited me, right? I was having a tough time and my dad's friend visited me. And at that time, what happened was, he told me, he defined success for me, and it was very interesting. He said, success lies in what you need to do, or you have to do. Success lies in what you have to do, not in what you want to do.
Okay.
It's very deep, and it'll take some pondering for the viewers as well. So think about it like, I'm a student. What do I have to do? I have to study.
Correct.
Okay. My success is in studying. I get good grades, then I'll be called a success. However, I like drama, right? I like something else. I like playing cricket, and then I if I didn't do well in my studies, I might hit a sixer, I might hit a century. I'll still not be considered a success, because the primary thing I'm doing is, I'm a student. Same thing in corporate. I found that, through various phases, the moment I set my heart on a project, I would get all the bloody accolades that one can think of, right? My heart is set in, and the quality of the product is high, and then you get the appreciation that you deserve, and and then everything starts flowing in. But let's say your heart is not in it, and you're in a project, but you actually want to do a different project, or you want to do something else totally outside your work. Therein lies the problem. So I think the reason why we are disjoined, or we have this illusion that I'm happy, I'm not happy, I think that's the thing. You have to understand that this is something that I have to do versus I want to do. Now what I did now later on is, okay, I like acting, then let me just quit my corporate job and start acting or producing films, right? So now what I have to do and what I want to do are the same thing. And now I don't feel like I'm even working.
Okay.
I just don't feel like working. And believe me, Sanjeev, my days are far, far tougher than the ones that I had in the corporate. And I was very comfortable. I work for Google, right? It's going to be work for Google soon. I'm very sure. But it's way harder, 3 times harder than I work for Google. But I just don't feel like I'm working. I get up and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, running. But it's all fun. It's tough, but I just love it. I think that's how I would, that's the difference, I guess, between liking what you're doing and, okay, I have to drag my feet.
So that's really interesting, Bhargava, and thanks for also bringing your tough days very honestly out. Yes, I know about those days. Yes, of course. So tell me one thing, Bhargava, from your experience, because you're still in the corporate and you're also doing what you love to do, right? Because very soon it will be past. But for all people like us who also like something to do, but they cannot quit their corporate job to do that, because they also suppose somebody likes singing. We know our friends who are really good singers and they're really doing good. Can it not also be a fine balance that yes, I am doing my corporate job also, but there the success is defined by me, not by how many promotions I get. Probably that is not. I am happy what I'm doing there, and also I am pursuing my passion or what I like to do. So maybe it's singing, acting together. So probably all of us are not in a position where we can just come out of it and do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have to really quit your job or to really find your, follow your passion. As you said, it's a fine balance. Not many people can balance it. Therein lies the trouble, right? If you can find your balance and peace, nothing like it. nothing like it. But then, and also definition of success is a very personal thing.
Yes.
It's a very personal thing. It's a very, very personal. Just an example. One of the brightest individuals I ever met in my life is my childhood friend. His name is Vamsi. Okay. I think he's the brightest guy. He got a very high rank in all the aims and, name all the things. He's like in single digit rank, right? He's super, super bright. And in US, he went to US, he did the MLE, he's like passed it with flying colors, everything. But he's just a general practitioner, doctor, right? Everybody is a specialist, cardiologist, neurologist, blah, 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 right? Rocket scientist and all. He chose not to do it. He chose not to do it. And I'm like surprised, dude. I mean, you could have set your sight on the moon and you would have reached it. What happened? Yeah, I'm very open. And I said, I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy, right? He doesn't want to run after anything. He's a yogi. That's right. So yeah, if you are happy and you define your own success, there's no set pattern, I guess. But as you said, it's a fine balance and a tough one to balance.
Yeah. So we should define our own success not by what somebody else says and then achieve that. And while achieving that, as you just told, your life is 3 times tougher probably, but still you enjoy it because it's what.
Yeah, you absolutely have.
Yes, exactly. I remember one example. I am also from a very small city, Pune. So I went to ISM, then I came back. It was 2 years, I think. And there were some guys from other. So if somebody goes to IT from there, the whole city knows. And the question was, it was 2 years or 3 years in telco still. And the guy asked me, you have not changed your company yet. I mean, that was something, a crime I have done by not changing the company, because at that time, that was the thought of. So I really think about that. So, Bhargava, coming to a bit personal. So, your family is, you have kids?
So, yeah, my wife, she works in the US. She's a gun software engineer. And the bedrock of my life. Nothing I've done is possible without my wife. It's absolutely impossible if you don't have your family support. I'm telling you, and I think success, the biggest part of anybody's life is the backbone you have. That's your family, and I'm so blessed and lucky to have her in my life. And then I have kids, Saket is and Samba is 12. A pain in the butt, but it's a good pain in the butt. I'm for the shows. I miss them so much. Yeah, both are musicians. And
so Bhargava, it's good for you because you were a pain in the butt for many. So I think you are getting it back correctly. On the lighter note. You're a nice guy.
That's what my dad says.
So Bhargava, now that they are getting into their teenagers, so how would you like them to shape up their life? Because now all of us are in that state, right? Our kids are now finding their way out in life and what to do. So what is your, how do you handle them? I mean, because very soon they will have their own ideas. The time will come when they don't want to go out to the market with you, they'll go to the friends rather than you. So this time is coming. I think for them, some of us it has come. So how do you handle that, and what is your advice to them?
I think it's inevitable. You have to let the birds fly. They have to fly out of the nest. The sooner you accept that, the better it is for you as a parent, right? I'm a very, very independent spirit. You know that. I think my sons will most probably follow the same track. For now, I think they're not in that track yet. They still go out with us, and they have fun. They're very nice kids, no complaints. They take care of all the other kids when they come and play, and all that sort of stuff. But I see it coming. And as far as career goes, I have no. I actually want them to break the mold. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to actually stand by that word, to break the mold. Don't become a software engineer. Don't become. But my wife is like, you have to have a minimum guarantee. You have to have a minimum guarantee. So my wife says, you have to do, he's very good at coding, right? They say, okay, you got to do computer science, and I'm like, I'm looking away. This is exactly what I don't want him to do. But I don't get into his studies or anything like that. I let my wife decide it. I let my son decide it for himself. My younger one, I want him to be a musician. He's really, really good at it. So, I just don't have anything. Any set path for them. It's their path. It's not mine to walk. It's there to lay, theirs to lay and walk it themselves. So just support, just stand there and support. If they fall, hopefully we can pick them up.
I think that's really great. Many of us know this in theory, but when it comes to it, because I'm at that stage now, as it was, it's very difficult to actually practice it. For you, you might be a bit easier because you already did it yourself, right? So you have already broken the mold and you're coming out, so you can but this minimum guarantee thing is always there. So okay. So Bhargava, now coming to the question, what next? So what are you up to now? I know you are in India now, you are in Vizag, and from tomorrow you are going to be busy, I heard. So what's your next plan?
Yeah, so I'm doing my third production. It starts tomorrow at 6 a.m. And last day of pre-production. So up to my eyeballs in work and all that. But this is a great story that we think we have a winner here. We have put together a great team. Debut director, I think he has the skill. And great acting cast as well. So all the pieces have fallen into place. I'm waiting for my makeup artist from US. There's a special makeup artist that we want for this film for a specific reason, which I can't divulge now. But yeah, it's that time of. I'm really excited, but it's war that I'm going into. Making a film is a war. And it's just a miracle that will come out at the end of it with a good product. So many things that can go wrong. So fingers crossed. But yeah, very optimistic. But this is my third production, but my fourth film altogether. I'm expecting 2 films to release in February that I've already acted in. They're in post-production right now. This will be my fourth film, but my third production.
Oh, that's great. All the very best, Bhargava, for that. Before I leave you, Bhargava, I'm very fascinated in your story because I know it in and out and the roller coaster rides and others. So what you told some of the beliefs that you have, and also any parting remark for the guys who are in their job? Most of us, our friends, our colleagues who are listening will be in corporate jobs. They are there, but somehow they feel they are not happy. It can be for anything. It probably because they are guided by the definition of success, which is by somebody else. Or maybe they are into something, they just landed because they needed a job and now they're not happy. So what will be your message to them? Mostly these are the guys in their mid-career.
I think everybody needs to sit and have a very open heart-to-heart, their heart to their heart conversation on how they define one success, but to me, more importantly, how will I be happy? How can I be happy, right? If you think it is by singing songs or drawing or I don't know, going up a mountain, bike riding, do it, find time for it, keep doing it, and always keep an eye if you can make it your, what you have to do and what you want to do. Can you combine those things? Is there a way to? Sometimes it's just not possible. Yep. You got to bite the bullet and then find a balance to be happy. Right, happy. But you have to sit and say, why am I not happy today? Is it because I hate this job, or is it because I don't know, right? Just ask that question. I can't really tell because nobody's situation is is similar to the other ones, right? It's very unique. Everyone's situation is unique. So you'll have to find that reason why you are happy or unhappy. Or a good one would be, when are the times in your life you are actually happy? And why were you happy at that time? Maybe that simple question will help you answer a few. We'll get you some real good answers on how you want to go about it. Right. That's what I think.
Well, thanks, Bhargava. Thank you so much for your time. I know your makeup artist will be waiting. You told me, and all the very best for your next venture. You missed the 20 years reunion in Goa, but don't miss the 25th one. Really looking forward to meet you in person. I was in your house some 23 years back. I remember in Vizag. And
yes, you are. Yes. We had a ball, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Bhargava.
you,
All the
Sanjay.
very
Really,
best.
really thank you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for having me on your show. Really appreciate it. All the best to you too as well.
Thank you. Have a nice
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a wonderful talk. In GenG Tech Show, we will look at people who are living by what we have been talking till now to decide our own goals, to define our own success criteria, and then live up to that. Make our 100% to achieve that, not be bogged down by the definition of success of somebody else. So this is the GenG Talk Show. If you want to be part of it, if you know somebody who wants to tell their story, if you want to tell your story, which is generally really powerful, please come forward. I'll be more than happy to host you here. And please do subscribe to the channel. You will come to know any more new talk shows coming up. Have a nice day.